Hello everybody, my name is Daniel O. I'm working for Red Hat as a technical marketing major. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to deploy multiple cloud-native application with OpenShift Serverless. So here's a couple of things for takeaway from this video. You can learn how to develop RESTful services with Go, Python, Nodejs, Spring Boot, and Quarkus. And also, you're going to learn how to easy to deploy that cloud-native application to OpenShift container platform, and then you can compare with the startup time between that application. Here's the 5 applications I already mentioned earlier. So let's go start with the Go program languages. So here's your Go program. It's a in this Go, we can expose just a simple hello Go text with the API-Go REST endpoint. Very simple application. So we're gonna run this application on local machine to make sure everything is okay. So I want to just build this application using Go command and then run this application because Go is executable file. Let's go to endpoint in the local machine. The hello Go is and go to API-Go welcome Go with serverless. Alright, I think it's done, and let's go just move on next step. Here is the Docker file. I'm going to use this Docker file to containerize this application and push it to external container registry to use from OpenShift container platform. Okay, the next one is Nodejs. Here is the JavaScript file and the same hello welcome page and endpoint at this time the API-Nodejs. So let's change the directory to Nodejs to build this application using npm package manager, and now it's ready to run this JavaScript application. The npm start will the Node.js application start out at 8080 port will be listening, and let's go to that endpoint as well. So hello Node.js is the welcome page, and now go to the last endpoint, the welcome Node.js with serverless. Alright, it things work, and once again here is the Docker file, how to containerize this Node.js application. I'm just copy packaging file and expose 8080 as a default port. Alright, I'll move on Python. So in order to run Python, the web application, I'm going to use Flask framework as a Python, and the endpoint API-Python and the welcome Python with the serverless is expected result when we access that endpoint. Okay, we don't need to build a Python file. We just run this application. One of the benefit of a Python platform. Alright, just go to welcome page 8080 hello Python and try to go access to endpoint, RESTful endpoint. The welcome Python with the serverless. So move on Spring Boot. Just work on moving on Spring Boot, and I'm going to show you the same thing. I'm going to use your pip command line to install Flask to run this Python application. Alright, move on Spring Boot. Spring Boot, if you are a Java developer, you are so familiar with this application. Just using request mapping and return with a specific endpoint API-Spring, and the return text will be welcome Spring Boot with the serverless. Using Maven plugin to build this application as outcome, the Finger, it takes 1.5 seconds to start up this application and go to 8080 port to welcome page hello Spring Boot. And then just try to access to actual RESTful API endpoint. The welcome Spring Boot is a serverless. So last cloud-native Java application is Quarkus. So before moving to the Quarkus, I'm gonna repackaging this application once again, because after creating a Java file, I'm gonna containerize this application. So using Java command to using java-jar and run the Finger. It takes almost 2 seconds to start up. Just keep in mind the last time. I'm going to show you very interesting stuff compared to Quarkus application. Now I'm going to show you Quarkus at this moment. So once again, here is the Docker file using OpenJDK and running the Finger to run this application inside the container. So this is a Quarkus application. So Quarkus is a Kubernetes native Java stack. It's a super fast and a subatomic Java stack. Let me show you very quickly. Using the CDI injection to expose RESTful API, and here is we just using simple path annotation to expose RESTful API. So I'm going to run Quarkus using dev mode. So this is one of the beauty of the Quarkus. So you can change the code as a live coding, and you can also have a good the developer productivity based on that. So let's try to access the endpoint API-Quarkus. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. Now welcome Quarkus with serverless. So here's all application is the same. I'm gonna change the code immediately. I'm gonna change the code and save the file. And when I reload this web browser, the result is automatically changed. We just needed the point and second to make it happen. But I don't need it to rebuild, repackage, redeploy, restart this application. The Quarkus to make it happen, make it for me automatically. In the end, this is increase developer productivity. So let's try to package this application using Maven plugin as usual. So it takes a couple of seconds to start up, and just to use Java command to run this finger, just like we did in Spring Boot. But it takes just half a second to start up. So Spring Boot needed 2 seconds, but this same application with the same functionality, but just the 4 times faster than application. Let me show you another interesting stuff. Quarkus enables Java developer to build another way to executable file, aka native compilation. So now you have an executable file just like a Go. We already showed that, and it just needs 14 milliseconds to start up this application. Exactly same application, but more than 300 times faster than any other Java application, including the other CloudNative application. You can also see 2 different types of Docker file already pulled down your Quarkus project, and you can use that when you build this application for container image using Finger or using native compilation. Okay, here is my Kubernetes cluster based on OpenShift Container Platform 4. And now we're gonna log in first and create a new project. And so you can see here OpenShift Serverless operator already pulled down, already installed, and we're gonna use this OpenShift Serverless operator to deploy multiple CloudNative application as a serverless functionality. So you can see here the serverless components, serving, and eventing, etc. So here is a config autoscaler. You can see the default configuration of a scaler specifically scaled to 0 grace period is 30 seconds, which means there is no request to specific endpoint in 30 seconds. That application will be scaled down to 0. So here's a new project, serverless-demo project, and I'm gonna pull each CloudNative application from external containers that I already push it to that registry. So one thing you should do to enable serverless application, just to check on Knative service. So I'm going to do that. Go on different CloudNative application. At this moment, I'm going to deploy Nodejs application. Just create a new application, and application name is Nodejs and -serverless, and don't forget to click on Knative service. So in the meantime, the first application already deployed Quarkus. So you can go to endpoint. You can see the same result that you saw in my local machine. Okay, move on to Nodejs endpoint. It's totally working. All right, it's good. And move on next to deploy another CloudNative applications. So I'm gonna try to put in the image full name here, Spring Boot, and then create a new application. Create application name is Spring Boot dash serverless, and click on Knative service. And now you can see the another application. In the meantime, we're gonna deploy the other two more CloudNative application, the Go and Python. So Go create a new application. Actually, you can grouping whole application as one, but in this case, I'm going to show you it'll be create a new different application would be more comfortable to compare with different application. Okay, so now we have 4 applications: Spring, Go, Python, and Nodejs and Quarkus. So go to Go, the application working, and the last CloudNative application is Python. So you probably saw that Quarkus application already scaled down to 0 automatically, just like we saw the 30 second is a default scale configuration. So Quarkus is already scaled down to 0. It's already idle because there is no hitting for endpoint. And the other application will be down as well soon enough. So here's the Python application. Once again, click on Knative service, and you can see Spring Boot already is down. And just make sure this application working. Okay, the Python application is working. So Quarkus is already down, and the Go and Node.js is just got starting. Try to down. Okay, all application is down. So let's try to hit each endpoint. I already made up just bash script to code that, and now you can see all 5 application is try to start up automatically, and at the same time, but the Quarkus is the startup for the first time, and then Go, Node.js, and Python, and the last application Spring Boot. But it depends on the what kind of business logic you have in this that application. But this is a simple RESTful API. But in this case, Quarkus is fastest to start up than any other application. So I hope you are enjoy watching this video, and hopefully see you next time. Thank you for watching.